Well, I'm suggesting a couple of things, and the answer is, do I support online sales tax? Maybe. What are the choices? What are the lists? And I have heard a little of this in the gubernatorial campaign. Unlike my opponent, I don't pretend to be a tax expert. I'm listening to the exemptions and the folks, and I'm saying, we got to make this transparent, because right now, it's not. It's a cloistered discussion. It's this discussion, well, that sounds good, or maybe that's true, or whatever, and oh, never mind, let those politicians argue about it. Let's go watch TV.
Yeah.
As opposed to coming back and saying, it's really kind of time to look at this. What are those exemptions? What's the upside and what's the downside of changing them, going after them? What's the benefit? What's the loss? Where could we do more injury to the state by imposing taxes on these programs, services, whatever, than we could do good? And some of those are gray areas, but the idea here is, don't you think it's time to put a spotlight on that, put a magnifying glass and say, let's have the conversation? So, we can poll for the sake of a debate, a soundbite, and say, we need this online, taxation. And, I've heard Keith Allred talk about that for the last year and a half. No, I shouldn't say a year and a half, about a year. I'm trying to think of when we started all this craziness, but, in terms of a whole bunch of other things. And, Tom Bristle the other day thinking that he invented this idea. Okay, for the sake of argument, you invented it. So how much is that going to raise? How much is it going to help us? Is it going to get us out of this mess?